Good morning. Welcome to the Darth Grumpy Dad Twitch stream. This morning, I'm once again on Diablo 3. I'm going to go over the POJ speed farm build. Uh, the way I'm using it right now, you can build it wherever you want. This is a good starter point. Um, I'm just using the basic POJ build, green gem for extra money. Take Gook, of course, in Traveler's Pledge. Bane of the Trapped. I had a lower, like 65, one of these, but it disappeared on me. I didn't feel like making 25s just for this, and a level 50 Boon of the Hoarder. All the gear is just like, I rolled some Tempest Rush on the boots, rolled some Resistol on the belt for the captains, but everything else is just pretty much the way it dropped. Right? I've done nothing really to it except rolled a socket on that. Came with lightning damage. Have done nothing to that at all. Rolled crit chance on that Stoner Jordan. It came with a socket. And again, this Compass Rose came with a socket. And this, that. I've done nothing to it. The Wu Kim Lao dropped with a socket. I rolled some cooldown on it. And same with the Vengeful Wind, dropped the socket, rolled some cooldown on it. Skills on the A button, Epiphany, Desert Shroud. On the right trigger, Tempest Rush, Flurry. On the X button, I've got Serenity, Ascension. On the Y button, I've got Sweeping Wind, Master of Winds. On the B button, I've got Dashing Strike, Quicksilver, so I can get the 3 charges. Other people prefer other runes, that's just the one I like. And then on my RB, I have Cyclone Strike, Wall of Wind, so that the free or the auto Cyclone Strike I get on my Wu Kim Lao is unruined. So I put Cyclone Strike, Wall of Wind on my action bar just so it procs the cold damage. So it freezes the guys, procs cold damage. Sweeping Wind, I've got the Master of Wind, the cold damage up, but you still get all 5 of your runes because of the set bonus on this build. Sweeping Wind gains the effects of every rune, and movement speed is increased by 5% for each stack of wind, which is why I'm using Vengeful Wind, because I get 10 extra stacks of Sweeping Wind, which ends up being a lot of movement bonus. Okay, attacking with Tempest Rush reduces your damage taken by 50% and increases spirit regeneration by 50%. So I'm getting damage reduction and spirit generation out of the set itself. Hitting with Tempest Rush and Sweeping Wind. While Sweeping Wind is active, increases the size of Sweeping Wind and also increases all damage dealt by 20%. All right, I'm using Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose for the damage reduction you get while moving. Just some survivability, right? I mean, this is just a farm build. You don't need a lot of GoPro glow on it. My ring, a lot of times, you'll use Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, so you get a second of cooldown every time you hit somebody with a spirit spending attack. I'm going with Stoner Jordan just so I can get more elemental damage out of the build. And by stacking lightning damage, right, on these 3 items, and lightning damage on the Stone of Jordan, that brings our overall lightning and cold damage to 82%. Which is a lot of damage, right? Cooldown with this is only 55. I have much higher on my other stuff, but again, I'm just like, this is just gear you've picked up, right? I've got bigger gems, so that's what I got in. I could probably take all these gems out and still do T16 with this build. So it's whatever you have that you put in there. I've taken all the Paragon out, right? To kind of level the playing field a little bit more, give it more of that feel of you just got the build. But if you've got the build, you probably have a few hundred Paragon anyways. Uh, I can't turn off the stuff in the altar. It's just on. But I'm going to do my best not to use my health potion to get those extra perks. And I just want to show you how much gold you make on this. Now I have gold skin on my follower, right? 100% gold for monsters, and I have avarice band on her, so that my gold pickup radius just gets huge, right? So it's 30 times larger, and so I pick up all the gold on the screen. I don't have to play fetch so much. Her skills, temporal pulse, temporal pulse, prophetic harmony for the cooldown, powered shield, and focused mind for the increased attack speed. Skills, I went over skills, passives. I've got harmony to create extra resistance. I've got relentless assault, gives me 20% more damage to blind, frozen, or stunned enemies, and I'm freezing and stunning guys constantly. Balance is necessary for the build in the cube to get your extra Tempest Rush damage. Kirishiro Soul, so that my sweeping wind stays up all the time. I don't have to hit it all the time. It's just up, right? Ring of Royal Grandeur, that's pretty much standard for every build. I've got Beacon of Etar for the cooldowns, and Guardian's Path for the dodge. Also on this, our Captain's Crimson set, we're getting the 3-set bonus because of our Ring of Grandeur. We got 2 pieces on, so we get life generation, we get 20% more cooldown, and 20% resource cost reduction, and the three-piece bonus on this. A percentage of our cooldowns becomes damage, and a percentage of our resource reduction becomes damage reduction, right? So we're getting defense and attack out of that set. And I don't mention this very often, but I might as well while I'm here. I forget to, right? So hit your 3-line button for your options. Go to options, gameplay. You want to make sure your elective mode is turned on so you can use multiple skills from the same skill area. See, so you got focus, you got secondary, you got defensive, techniques, right? So you can use multiple skills from each of those categories, right? And the next thing is you want, all the way down here, you want advanced tooltips turned on. The reason for that is for on your follower, on their skills, it will tell you, give you a better idea of how long their skills are lasting and how quickly they're reactivating, because the higher their main stat is, the faster those skills, the better the cooldowns on it, the better the damage, the longer they last, right? This, I've got her up to 10 whole seconds on this, right? Which is pretty good, pretty good. I've taken all the pieces for this build, and I've taken them over to my wizard, and I've rolled intelligence on them. If they didn't just come with really good intelligence or close to, right? And I've put topaz, yellow intelligence stones in all of her sockets that I could, well, except her weapon. And also I'm using Azarath on here because it does cold damage, has a chance to freeze guys. I get a lot more damage out of guys that are blind, frozen, and stunned, so I'm using Azarath on her. Polyrunes of Zakrun, so I don't have to repair my gear all the time. Of course, gold skin for the gold generation. Big, huge thing right here. Broken crown, right? So every time a gem drops, I get an extra gem of the one socketed in my helm, right? So not only am I getting extra gold out of this gem, I'm getting an extra green, an extra emerald, which gives you dexterity when you augment, gives you dexterity when you put it in your armor and pants, right? Or even if you just put it in these sockets for your gems, you'll get dexterity out of it. So I'm farming my gold and I'm farming my emeralds for when I start augmenting my gear, right? Come over here, go down to augment ancient item, you put it in there, and then you pick a gem or one of these, you put it in there, and then you want to pick your what stat you're going to go with, right? So emeralds are going to give you dexterity, topaz is going to give you intelligence, this is going to give you um, in a weapon it's going to give you life per hit, in a helm it's going to give you life, in other gear it's going to give you vitality, right? The same thing, you can look and see what you get out of each thing when you augment it on there or put it in that socket, right? Generally you're going to get intelligence when you augment. Rubies are going to give you strength. And I don't believe you can augment with diamonds. It's not even an option. So that's our build. I've taken all the Paragon out, and to show you really quick here, we will go just someplace where we can see lots of gold drop. We'll go up here where Vidian is, right? Because there's lots of little bugs in there that drop out a lot, and you'll be able to see. And to start with, I'm not really going to use any of I'm just going to use Sweeping Wind and show you how it just plows through. Like, see, it just plows through, guys. See all that gold everywhere? Okay, let's see. We're starting with 9.6 billion there. Oh, you want to hit that. Like early on farming, you want to hit all the little weapons racks, things like that. All the little chests so you can get all the mats you can get. Right? You get a lot of mats from just farming bounties. See all that gold? Look at all that gold. Gold, 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 gold. Gold, gold. Oh, gold. Right, so early on now at this point, my pet picks everything up and it automatically salvages all the common gear, all the magic gear, and all the rare items, like your white, blue, and yellow items get automatically salvaged. And that's a perk you get from the altar. Now see here, I'm just using the tapestry. Whoops, bumped my epiphany. Right? And again here, pound, get that, because I have on my follower, I have Nemesis bracers, so I get an extra mob out of every shrine pylon, right? A champion. So that's just extra XP, and oh, here we go. This will be a good pile of gold. See, look at all that gold. Look at it. Gold, 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 gold. Get something to drop a gem so I can show you. Oh, pop that. See, early on in the game when you're farming, you want to hit everything. You want to pop everything you can click A on. You click A on. Everything you can kill, you kill. Because that's going to drive up your general drop rate, right? The likelihood of a monster is going to drop something, anything at all, right? So the more stuff you kill in an hour, the more chests you pop, the more weapons racks you hit, all that, the more things you pick up, the higher the drop rate, the chance that a monster is actually going to drop something goes up, right? And then your magic item find is determined by level, but by your torment level. And as you can see, this is T16, and I am smashing everything. Right, I'm going to hit my epiphany on accident again. Smashing that A button too hard. Okay, here we go. We got 2 legendaries. Now see gems. We got the topaz and we got an extra emerald. Marquise level, right? So while you're gold farming, another sweeping wind. Or not sweeping wind, vengeful wind. So while you're farming gold, you can be farming gems, you can be farming your death's breath. Generally, without the altar, I will have the sage's belt on, and either sage's pants or sage's boots, right? So because they will give you and a ring of grandeur on your follower, so you can get the 3 set bonus with only 2 pieces, and then that gives you double death breath. And if you put those on your follower now, even with the double death breath in the altar, it stacks. So instead of 8 death breath per kill, you get like 16, right? 4 8, so it just doubles everything. Right now I have Kane's Travelers and Kane's Pants on, so I get an extra key when I'm doing greater rifts. I have Gloves of Worship on her, so that all the little shrine effects last 10 minutes. You can see got the little shiny thing over my head. That means I'm under the effect of a shrine. If you go into your inventory, hit X, and you can look and see what all you're being affected by. Right? So my Epiphany, my Sweeping Wind, Stopping Directions is from the Traveler's Pledge. Walking Endlessly is also from Traveler's Pledge, because the you can see on the action bar, you can see the very first one, it's counting up. That's from Standing Still. It's giving me 50% or 100% increased damage. And as I start moving, it goes down. It starts counting the other way. Right? I start getting damage reduction out of it. So when you stop moving, it starts counting the other way. And that's how you can tell you're getting both of them, right? And then I'm under the effect of Blessed. That last shrine I hit, you take less damage from attacks, and it's going 8 minutes still on it, right? Dimensional speed, greatly increased movement speed, 21 seconds left. My Nephilim's Glories, I've picked so many up, I've got it stacked up to 3 minutes, right? And then of course your seasonal event, right? Now see, so far I'm just using my Sweeping Wind, my Tempest Rush, and I'm smashing everything, getting lots of gold. I'm looking for a specific room right now. I don't think this is it. I think I missed it. Probably back down over there. That has lots of little bugs in it. Dashing Strike. Get it. Yeah. Oh, probably come in from the bottom down here. Now there's a room that generally spawns in this area that has a cursed chest in it of kill 100 monsters within the specific allowed time, right? 2-3 minutes, whatever. Oh, and also I've kind of found that your pets pick something that floats. Like I've got that ghost, or you're gonna want your seasonal pet, one of these skulls. What else do I got to float? So this guy floats. This guy floats. This guy floats. Right? So you want one of those, because they don't get hung up on stuff as much as the pets that walk around when you're picking up gold and stuff, because they pick all that stuff up for you now, and they just don't seem to get hung up as much as the pets that walk. I mean, do what you're going to do. If it's not a big deal for you, don't worry about it. All right. Nope. This is still the wrong room. Let's see. Look at all the gold just from these pets. Just from those little bugs. right? So we're already at 9.7. So this is just an excellent way to farm gold, and it's speedy, as you can tell. I'm hauling around. Um, and we'll go up here and we'll kill a boss, so I can show you it will still kill a boss without using hardly any of your stuff. Now you like I could probably pretty much do most of this without having any of my, like, we'll go back. I'll be squishy as heck. We'll go back here after we clear these events. Kill a boss. Gold, gold. Gold, gold, gold. Look at the gold. Gold, gold, gold. Right, that avarice band. Every time you pick up the gold, it increases your pickup gold radius, and it gives you a bit of motion bonus for what is it on the Boon of the Hoarder. Let's see what do I have. 100% chance at level 50, which is where it tops out. 100% chance on killing an enemy to cause an explosion of gold. Gain 30% increased movement speed for 2 seconds after picking up gold. And then your followers avarice band, right? So you're constantly picking up gold, and this is a good way in the seasons where avarice is an achievement to get that. You just run around, just go run around, and if you got in a 4-man lobby and you go someplace like this, or to the Eternal Woods or any place like that where there's lots of monsters, lots of room for people to spread out and kill things, you'll get avarice without trying, almost on accident. You won't even have to try. Last season, I think I got avarice. I was still leveling, and as part of leveling, I always try and as soon as I'm 70, I'll run a puzzle ring if I've got one, or I will just start running Nephilim Rifts and running GRs to get all my gems and start getting them leveled up, even if I don't have sockets to put them in or anything like that. And then I always try and see now without even using any of my skills. Boss is dead, except for just Tempest Rush, and boom, 2 gems. Now we'll go back to town. Forgot what it was. I was going to show you. Oh, I know. I was going to come over here to our jeweler, and we're going to remove everything. I'm going to put that Boon of the Hoarder back in, because the idea is that we're farming gold. This is right. Now you're obviously going to have way more stuff. Let's just go out here to the Desolate Sands. I mean, we could have went to kill Zoltan Cool, I guess, to show that it's still right. And again, and I'm not moving as fast as I should be. I should be hitting that way more often. See, even with everything out, no Paragon. Oh, see, a little squishy. Got to keep moving. That elemental damage is a killer. So you're a little squishy, but you can still kill things. Hit them with the flurry. Oop. This is not a good showing. Where is that guy? There we go. See, and now I'm doing that without using my Epiphany and without using my Serenity, right? Once in a while, you might want to just hit that Cyclone Strike to make sure the gold there is. But now, if I start using my Epiphany, did I get that shrine back there, or did I totally miss it? See, I'm way tougher with the Epiphany on it and the Serenity. I can stand in there much better. See, so, and the way you run this is you just hold Like they're on my A and X button, so I just hold them down, hold down, and then I just reach over with my, or don't even, just roll my thumb. Keep my thumb on the A and X, roll my thumb, tap that dashing strike to move around faster, right? Get everyone together, let off that Tempest Rush so it does the flurry damage. Because as you're running around with the Tempest Rush, you see above my health bar over there, there's a little set of broken bones. That is the flurry damage stacking. And it will stack to 100. So let's see if we can find another little mob here. There we go. When I let go of that flurry, it just kills it, just nukes it, melts it. So T16, basic gear, no gems, no paragon, and you can just take stuff out, right? Just kind of pay attention to the rolls on stuff, right? Like I said, this is dropped with lightning drop damage, dropped with critical hit, dropped with really high, right? That goes to 800, dropped with 700, so it's right in the middle. Pretty good for just a basic legendary, right? All this stuff. Well, I could have rolled. I could have got another Traveler's Pledge out of my stuff and rolled a socket on it, but I didn't want to take the time. That Stoner Jordan came with the socket. This Compass Rose came with the socket. I didn't do anything to it. Most of the stuff I have done nothing to. I've got no gems in, 0 Paragon, and I'm doing T16, which means you can effectively run a GR75, right? So you can get your GR70 solo in, get that first primal drop, and use it for your altar over there. Now, obviously, yes, I'm getting some perks out of the altar, but even without it, in normal seasonal circumstances, this is a T16 build out of the gate, right? With no gems or anything in anything. All right, let's get these monsters off me. Head back to town. And just for proof, we're gonna, I like Act 1. Go back to Act 1 here. And we're going to, oh, no, that was for my thing yesterday. Pop a 75. There we go. Might be a little rough because I got, you know, right, get that sweeping wind right away, and because of our Kirishiro Soul, see it builds to 13 all on its own, it doesn't go down. I'm gonna avoid as much elemental damage as I can. Right. See, now I'm not even gold farming because I took all the gems out. See, you can easily get all your gems to 65. You know, to make that 110 push that I showed yesterday, right? A lot of people talk down the POJ build. I do not. Oh, schmucked. It's one of my favorite builds. When you get higher in Paragon. Come on, baby. My Epiphany is down. I have to run around the corner here. Get out of the fire damage. And so you're, not only does your Kirishiro's, elemental damage, come on. Still way ahead of the clock, though. Get my sweeping wind going again. Every time you hit something, you get a critical hit. Also, that builds a stack of sweeping wind. Get over here. go. Whoop, oof, oof, ran right out of that. Okay, I kind of wanted that shrine up there, but screw it. There'll be other shrines. Oh my God! Well, it's definitely not a walk in the park right now, but oh Jesus! Oh, I had to pop up health, and it still didn't help. This is just not a good map for this right now. All this elemental damage in here. My cooldowns being as low as they are. Get across this as fast as I can. There we go. That area was not a good area. See if we can get this guy to follow us in here. There we go. Yeah. Get him frozen, get him chilled, get him stunned, whatever. And then hit them with your flurry attack, let off of your Tempest Rush. Put out that burst of cold damage from your flurry. Keep moving. Oop, Oh, that elemental damage is just harsh. I mean, POJ has a lot of dexterity, and a lot of dodge. Dexterity is also armor, but armor doesn't really protect you from elemental damage that well, all right? And that's what all resist is for, is why you put all the diamonds in your build. See? Elemental damage, all that poison. Poison damage. But we're still doing it. We're still fine. We're still well ahead. There we go. Get away from that. Fire shooting. Heaven Murgatroyd. Old man cursing. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can. There we go. Drag him out. Get one. Get him to follow us a little here. Get them pulled out one at a time. It's a running fight, like I said yesterday in the 110. You know, a lot of times with the monks, it's a running fight. You run in there, get the guys, get them taking your cold damage, and then move and back off, right? Run through them, come back the other way. Let them have it with the flurry attack. It's like you're playing Galega here, right? 1941 with your plane dodging in and out of all the attacks. So if you were good at that, you'll probably be good at this. No, this is not a bad area. Oh, it's still gonna be. Oh, there we go. There's a channel. Or I mean a power pylon. Oh, and couldn't got it at a better time. There we go. Wrecked that guy. Wrecked him faster than I wrecked everybody else. Okay. And I'm just going to put this on first jam here and get out of here. But there you go. As a quick demonstration of how this works as a speed farm build. Again, later, when you get more Paragon into your build, right? You get more Paragon, You get more dex on your stuff, a little more augmentation. Then you want to roll this. You want to go to uh, Squirt's Necklace and Convention of Elements, right? Because they just give you way more damage. Because that 100% damage of Squirt's Necklace stacks, right? Convention of Elements gives you 200% extra damage on your cold cycle. And because you're getting all that other elemental damage in your sweeping wind, you're getting 200% extra damage on that every cycle, right? Every cycle, except like holy, I think, or something, right? But you get it's just a lot more damage if you can work in conventional elements and Squirt's Necklace. But like I said, you need enough Paragon and enough of armor and life pool to be able to just not die immediately something hits you when the Squirt's Necklace is on. And right on early in the game, your Traveler's Pledge, Compass Rose combo gives you 50% damage reduction the whole time you're moving, right? So, and you could go with some different skills here too, right? You could there's let's see, right here, increase movement speed, dealing damage reduces enemy damage, right? Increase maximum spirit, which you really don't need for this, right? Life for spending spirit, and you're spending spirit all the time. Oh, no mantras, that's no good. Uh, this is a good one. Suzy initiative is usually a really good one to have. You've got choices. You can do what build this bad boy any way you want. Right? You got to cheat death here. This is just what I'm going with. Like I said, I just want to show you that you can farm T16 with this build, and because of all the motion bonus you get out of this build and this season on the altar early on, if you're just playing casually and you want to be able to get moving and get stuff done right here early on, like fourth one in, you can have movement speed uncapped. Right, that's early in your altar, gives you way more, way more movement. And then especially once in your Paragon, whoops, went by it, you max out your movement speed. Right, so there's that build. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, follow me here at Twitch and take the link over to my YouTube channel and subscribe, like, follow over there. Would be appreciated. And if you're watching this on YouTube, jump over to my Twitch channel and follow me there also. Everybody have a very good day. Thank you very much.